The bloodiest dragon battle in Westeros is about to begin. House of the Dragon Season 3. The skies over Westeros are about to burn like never before. The Dance of the Dragons is reaching its most violent crescendo, and the most brutal dragon battle in Targaryen history is about to erupt in Season 3 of House of the Dragon. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel where fantasy meets strategy and nostalgia fuels our digital adventures. Fire against fire, blood against blood, brother against brother. This isn't just a battle, it's an all-out war in the sky. And it will change the realm forever. This is the full breakdown of the bloodiest dragon battle Westeros has ever seen. What's coming, what it means, and why Season the 3rd of May leave fans breathless, broken, and begging for more. The road to fire and blood, setting the stage. To understand how we got here, we must look at the firestorm that's been brewing since Season 1. The Dance of the Dragons, a brutal civil war between Rhaenyra Targaryen and Aegon II, has already claimed lives, shattered alliances, and unleashed dragons on the battlefield. Season 1 showed the beginnings. Season 2 delivered tragedy, but Season 3, that's where the fire truly ignites. By now, Rhaenyra has suffered unimaginable loss. Aegon is scarred, vengeful, and barely clinging to power. The Riverlands are in chaos. The small folk are starving. And dragons are dying. And in the midst of this chaos, two riders, Daemon Targaryen and Aemon Targaryen, are hurtling toward one final, epic confrontation. The stage is set, the God's Eye Lake awaits, and the most iconic battle in Targaryen lore is about to begin. The combatants: Aemon the One-Eyed versus Daemon the Rogue Prince. Let's talk about the two men at the center of this catastrophe. Fire Prince Daemon Targaryen, the Rogue Prince. Brother to the late King Viserys. Husband to Rhaenyra, a warrior, a kinslayer, a rider of the terrifying dragon Caraxes. Cunning, ruthless, unpredictable. And on the other side, Prince Aemon Targaryen, the One-Eyed Prince. Brother to King Aegon II. A knight of immense skill. Proud, cold, and deadly. Rider of Vhagar, the oldest and largest living dragon. These two have hated each other for years. Daemon blames Aemon for the death of his son Lucerys Velaryon, who was killed at Storm's End when Vhagar devoured his younger dragon. Aemon blames Daemon for undermining the crown, leading Rhaenyra's war effort, and plotting treason. This battle isn't just a clash of dragons, it's personal vengeance written in flame. The God's Eye Showdown. What happens in the books? In George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the battle between Daemon and Aemon occurs above the vast lake called the God's Eye. At its center is the ancient, mysterious Isle of Faces, a place of magic and history. Daemon lures Aemon to this place, leaving a trail of corpses and burning villages to provoke him. Aemon takes the bait. On a stormy night, the two dragons meet in the skies. Caraxes and Vhagar, fire made flesh, launch into each other midair. The battle is cataclysmic. Fire rains down. Fire wings are torn. Fire the roars shake the land. Then, in a moment so legendary it feels like myth, Daemon leaps off Caraxes, sword in hand, and drives Dark Sister, his Valyrian steel blade, through Aemon's eye, the very eye he lost as a boy. Both dragons crash into the lake. Daemon's body is never found. Aemon's corpse is recovered years later, still chained to Vhagar, with Dark Sister embedded in his skull. It's one of the most jaw-dropping moments in Targaryen history. Why this battle matters: war, legacy, and prophecy. This battle isn't just for spectacle. It's a turning point. Here's why it changes everything. 1. The Blacks lose their greatest warrior. Daemon's death leaves Rhaenyra vulnerable. With him gone, her military momentum stalls. 2. The Greens lose their dragon nuke. Vhagar is their deadliest weapon. Her death severely weakens Aegon's forces. 3. The war fractures completely. After the God's Eye, all sense of honor vanishes. The fighting becomes savage. Cities burn. Children die. Queens go mad. 4. The people lose hope. This battle proves that even the strongest Targaryens can fall. Faith in dragons begins to die. And perhaps most importantly, this moment fulfills a prophecy, that fire will destroy itself, and only ashes will remain. HBO's plan. How the show will adapt the God's Eye battle. So how will House of the Dragon Season 3 bring this legendary battle to life? Here's what we know, and what we can expect. Camera with flash leaked set reports confirm that HBO has filmed massive scenes near water tanks and lakes, likely standing in for the God's Eye. Face mask Matt Smith, Demon, has been spotted in full armor, with what appears to be wire rigging, hinting at mid-air dragon combat. Memo Insider reports suggest this episode is being directed by Greg Yataines, who also helmed some of the most emotional sequences in Season 1. PCVFX teams are working overtime to render a sky full of lightning, mid-air dragon collisions, close-up death blows. The showrunners know this is a defining moment. Expect an entire episode, or at least half of one, dedicated just to this battle. Think of it like the Battle of the Bastards, only in the sky. With dragons and fire everywhere. Caraxes vs. Vagar. What makes this dragon fight so different? We've seen dragon fights before, but this one is different. Let's break it down. Drop of blood. Caraxes is fast, lean, and aggressive. Nicknamed the Blood Worm, he's sleek and serpentine. Demon has trained with him for decades. Their bond is terrifying. Fire Vagar, on the other hand, is ancient and massive. She's slow, but incredibly powerful. She's a survivor of Aegon the Conqueror's era, having fought in the original War of Conquest. Dragon Caraxes is the speed and fury. Dragon Vagar is the weight of history. In a sky filled with smoke and storm, their differences make this fight both cinematic and tragic. It's not just brute force, it's strategy, passion, and desperation. And when Demon jumps from dragon to dragon midair, that's not just an action move. That's Targaryen madness on full display. What happens after? Fallout and final consequences. After the skies fall silent, the real destruction begins. With Demon and Aemon dead, and both dragons gone, the Targaryen civil war enters its final, most hopeless stage. Rhaenyra begins to unravel mentally. Drop of blood. The Greens become more brutal and desperate. Drop of blood. The realm splinters, and thousands more die. This battle also triggers the Moon of Madness in King's Landing. The betrayal of Rhaenyra's allies. The eventual burning of Dragonstone. It's the domino that sends everything toppling. In a way, both sides lose. And Westeros is left scorched, leaderless, and traumatized. Skull. This is what the Dance of the Dragons really means. No winners, just graves. Lore versus show. What HBO might change. Let's talk about what HBO might change from the books. Brain. Remember, Fire and Blood is written as an unreliable history, based on secondhand accounts. This gives the show freedom to fill in the gaps. Possible changes. They might make Demons leap onto Vagar more emotional. Maybe it's after he hears Aemon mock Lucerys one last time. The show could add Rhaenyra watching from afar, adding a layer of heartbreak to the battle. We might see flashbacks or prophetic dreams as the dragons fall, reminding us of the Targaryen legacy being lost. But one thing is certain, HBO knows how iconic this scene is. They won't hold back. Expect heartbreak, fire, and one of the most beautifully horrific battles ever put on screen. The bloodiest dragon battle in Westeros is no longer a myth. It's real, it's coming, and it will burn across our screens in Season 3 of House of the Dragon. Fire Caraxes will scream. Fire Vagar will fall. Fire Demon will become legend. Fire Aemon will become a ghost. And when the skies finally go quiet, Westeros will never be the same. Speech balloon. What are you most excited, or terrified, to see in this battle? Will HBO stay true to the books? Will Demon survive longer than we think? Let us know in the comments. TV. If you loved this deep dive into the coming storm, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a moment of Fire and Blood content. Until next time, may your dragons fly high, and your enemies burn low.